Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bunga Indahyani. I will present about the fiction story of Cinderella. Fiction generally is a narrative form in any medium consisting of people, events, or places that are imaginary, in other words, not based strictly on history or fact. A work of fiction is created in the imagination of its author. The author invents the story and makes up the characters, the plot or storyline, the dialogue, and sometimes even the setting. A fictional work does not claim to the true story. Instead, it immerses us in experiences that we may never have in real life, introduces us to types of people we may never otherwise meet, and takes us to places we may never visit in any other way. The story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a simple and beautiful girl named Cinderella. She lived with her evil stepmother and two stepsisters. The stepmother did not like her and made her do all the household work. One day, a letter from the king came to their house which said that the king is having a ball tonight and his son, the prince, would be choosing a wife. Every girl in the kingdom must be aware. Everyone got excited about reading this. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball. She was left at home disappointed. Cinderella looked up. A little woman with a wand and a kind smile stood in front of her. She was her fairy godmother. She wanted to help Cinderella go to the ball. With a wave of her hand, she made Cinderella look like a princess. She gave her a beautiful new gown, glass slippers, and shiny black horses to reach the ball. Before leaving, the fairy godmother said this magic will only last until midnight. When Cinderella entered the palace, everybody was awestruck by her beauty. She was the prettiest girl in the ball. Even her stepsister didn't recognize her. The handsome prince also saw her and fell in love with her. However, when she saw the time and remembered godmother's words, she quickly left the palace and ran away. In all the hurry, one glass slipper which she was wearing was left on the castle step. The prince had fallen in love with her and wanted to find out who she was, as he wanted to marry her. Next day, he ordered his king's men to go to every house in the land and find the girl whose foot fits in the glass slipper. When they reached Cinderella's house, the two stepsisters tried their best to squeeze their big feet into the slippers, but they could not make it. Finally, when Cinderella tried the slippers, her foot fit perfectly into the glass slippers. The prince recognized her from the ball night. He married Cinderella soon in a grand ceremony, and they lived happily ever after. Generic structure analysis. The first one, orientation, introducing participants Cinderella and her stepsisters. They lived together once time. Complication, describing the conflict among the participants. Cinderella wanted to come to the ball, but her stepsister did not let her go. Resolution, starting a problem, solving a happy ending. A fairy godmother helped her to come to the ball. Language feature analysis. The first one is possessive verb, did, helped, fell in love, live. The second one is simple past tense pattern. There was a girl, she left. There is the presentation. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.